Let's be real for a second. Is there anything more alienating than standing in a room full of people screaming at a television while you're just standing there holding a lukewarm drink, wondering if you can quietly slip out the back door without anyone noticing? It's not just boredom. It's a specific kind of social exhaustion. You look around at the painted faces, the adrenaline, the collective meltdown over a referee's call, and you feel nothing. Or maybe you feel like an anthropologist observing a strange, loud species. If you've ever been called no fun or pretentious because you don't worship at the altar of the NFL or the Premier League, you need to hear this. You aren't broken. Your brain just prioritizes different data. We live in a culture that treats sports fandom not as a hobby, but as a mandatory civic duty. It's the default small talk. It's the glue of office culture. It's the primary way many families, especially fathers and sons, know how to say, "I love you." So when you opt out, it feels like a glitch in the matrix. People look at you with genuine confusion. What do you mean you didn't watch the game? What were you doing? And the answer is usually something quiet, something deeply restorative. Maybe you were deep diving into a video essay on brutalist architecture. Maybe you were just walking your dog in the silence of a park that was empty because everyone else was inside watching the game. Here's the psychology behind that disconnect. It's often about sensory processing sensitivity. For many of us, the environment of sports, the shouting commentators, the flashing graphics, the sudden eruptions of noise isn't exciting, it's an assault. Your nervous system isn't wired for that kind of jagged, unpredictable input. You crave flow states. You crave deep focus. And sports are the opposite of flow. They are stop-start, high-intensity interruptions to a brain that loves deep, sustained thought. A football game feels like someone flicking the light switch on and off for 3 hours. There's also the empathy mismatch. This is huge. Highly sensitive people or deep feelers often struggle with the inherent aggression of competitive sports. When we see a linebacker get crushed, our mirror neurons don't go, "Yeah, awesome hit." They go, "Oh, that looks like a concussion." We involuntarily simulate the pain. Furthermore, the tribalism of it, all the us versus them mentality, can feel incredibly draining to someone who values nuance. Sports narratives are binary: winner, loser, hero, villain. But your mind likely thrives in the gray areas. You're interested in the complexities of human behavior, not the simplified warfare of a scoreboard. You find the manufactured hatred of the opposing team to be exhausting, not exhilarating. It's not that you don't understand passion. You have intense passions. You can probably talk for hours about the lore of your favorite video game, the intricacies of sourdough starters, or the emotional arc of a specific character in a novel. You have vertical interest. You want to go deep into a subject. Sports fandom is often horizontal interest. It's about broad social signaling and group cohesion. Neither is wrong, but they are fundamentally different operating systems. Let's talk about the specific joy of not watching. There is a secret, subversive pleasure in being the uninterested. Think about Super Bowl Sunday. For most, it's a day of stress and noise. It's the day the grocery store is empty. It's the day the hiking trails are silent. It's a holiday for the introverts. When you reject the pressure to perform enthusiasm, you stop masking. Do you know how much cognitive energy it takes to pretend to care about a touchdown? To calibrate your facial expressions to match the room so you don't look like a sociopath. It's exhausting. Dropping that mask is an act of self-care. Historically, society has always needed the watchers. While the tribe was distracted by the mock battles and the games, someone had to be tending the fire. Someone had to be watching the horizon for actual weather changes. Someone had to be keeping the history. That's you. You aren't antisocial. You are the designated observer. You provide a grounding presence. In a room full of high-voltage adrenaline, you are the surge protector. So the next time someone accuses you of being boring for not knowing the stats, remember this: you are simply selective with your emotional investment. You possess a high threshold for resonance. You save your cheers for things that actually align with your values, your intellect, or your soul. You don't give your energy away to a franchise that doesn't know you exist. You keep it for your art, your friends, your pets, and your peace. There is nothing wrong with preferring a quiet conversation over a shouting match. There is nothing wrong with finding more drama in a thunderstorm than in a buzzer beater. You are guarding your peace in a world that wants to sell you anxiety. That's not a weakness. That is a superpower. I want to know from you guys, what is your anti-Super Bowl ritual? What do you do when the rest of the world is glued to a screen? Do you have a specific hobby that people think is boring but you find thrilling? Let's validate each other in the comments. If you've ever felt like the odd one out at a sports bar, or if you just prefer the sound of rain over the sound of a whistle, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps us find the other quiet ones. And subscribe if you want more deep dives into the psychology of being exactly who you are. Stay cozy, stay quiet, and I'll see you in the next one.